Hi guys, it's Mike. How are you doing? Today I'm going to be teaching you on Ecclesiastes, or rather, I just want you to get the meaning of Ecclesiastes, of what King Solomon is trying to say. King Solomon was a great king, son of King David, and of course King Solomon built the holy temple and so on, the greatest. It was a great temple for that time. And but also, Solomon had many wives. He was rich beyond our wildest dreams and so on. And yet he couldn't find happiness in certain parts, but he did find happiness in God. So all his wealth and money and so on didn't bring him happiness, but it was God in the end that brought him happiness. So right, I'm gonna start reading you one chapter, two chapter maybe, go all the way from 1 to 12. I just want to give the whole book so you can get exactly what he's trying to say. Don't try to see it as a negative, see it more as a positive, as someone who's been there, done it. Okay, hope you enjoy. I'm reading from the New Living Translation today. We make a change. Okay, so here we go. These are the words of the teacher, King David's son, of course was Solomon, who ruled in Jerusalem. Everything is meaningless. Everything is meaningless, says the teacher, completely meaningless. What do people get for all their hard work under the sun? Generations come and go, but the earth never changes. The sun rises and the sun sets, then hurries around and rises again. The wind blows south, then turns north. Around and around it goes, blowing in circles. Rivers in and out the sea, but the sea is never full. And then the water returns again to the rivers and flows out again to the sea. So he's just talking about the tides there. Everything is wearisome beyond description. No matter how much we see, we never are satisfied. No matter how much we hear, we are never content. History merely repeats itself. It has done before, and it will do again. Nothing under the sun is truly new. Sometimes people say, "Here is something new," but actually it is old. Nothing is ever truly new. We don't remember what happened in the past, and in the future generations no one will remember what we'll be doing now. And the teacher Solomon speaks about the fulfillment of wisdom. I, the teacher, was king of Israel, and I lived in Jerusalem. I devoted myself to search for understanding and to explore by wisdom. And of course I know about the Proverbs there, which I'll go into another day. Everything being done under heaven, I soon discovered that God was delight a tragic existence to the human race. I observed everything going on under the sun, and really it is all meaningless, like chasing the wind. Just remember, don't take it out of context. What is wrong cannot be right. What is missing cannot be recovered. I said to myself, look, I am wiser than any of the kings who ruled in Jerusalem before me. I have greater wisdom and knowledge than any of them. So I set out to learn everything from wisdom to madness and folly. But I learned firsthand that pursuing all this is like chasing the wind. The greater my wisdom, the greater my grief. To increase knowledge only increases sorrow. So we think about what I was trying to say. He's trying to search for all these things. So he just imagine you're a millionaire, like today's existence. We're millionaires and we can do whatever we want. Just imagine it, whatever we want. Absolutely anything. buy things, cars, boats. You go to fancy restaurants, see pretty girls and so on. But it wasn't, it didn't satisfy Solomon. So it says, so chapter 2, the fulfillment of pleasure. I said to myself, come on, let's try pleasure. Let's look for the good things in life. But I found this too was meaningless. So I said, laughter is silly. What good does it do to seek pleasure? After much thought, I decided to cheer myself with wine. Don't we all, eh? Of course, like I said, I'd rather have the Holy Spirit than the spirit of alcohol nowadays. So after much thought, like I said, I decided with wine, and while still seeking wisdom, I clutched at foolishness. In this way, I tried to experience the only happiness most people find during their brief life in this world. I also tried to find meaning by building huge homes for myself and by planting beautiful vineyards. I made gardens and parks, filling them with all kinds of fruitful vegetables and trees. I built reservations to collect the water, to collect the water, and to many flowers. I brought slaves, both men and women. Others were born into my household. I also owned large herds and flocks, more than any of the other kings who had lived in Jerusalem before me. I collected great sums of silver and gold, the treasure of many kings and provinces. I hired wonderful singers, both men and women, and they had very beautiful concubines. I had everything a man could ever desire. So I became greater than all who lived in Jerusalem before me, and my wisdom never failed me. Anything I wanted, I would take. I denied myself no pleasure. I even found great pleasure in hard work. I rewarded all my labourers, but as I looked at everything I had worked so hard to accomplish, it was so meaningless, like chasing the wind. There was nothing really worthwhile anywhere. The wise and the foolish. So I decided to compare wisdom with foolishness and madness. Who cares? Who can do better than this? I, the king, I thought. Wisdom is better than foolishness, just as light is better than darkness.